I can hear proper fireworks going off. I'm trying to think what suburb that would be in. Maybe it's more backyard ones. Oh, can I have that please, sorry? There it is. Can you guys hear that in the background? I don't do any third-party questions, love. I'm also in a reading for Jaimee. Jaimee, I'm going to start here because they make me feel like your year's been rough. 2025 has been rough for you. This has also led you to be more of going within, trying to not disconnect from the outside world, but trying to understand your inner world more. And you move more and more into this in 2026. So your first card is actually the Strength card. And that's what tells me that this year has been fucking rough for you. But then it's followed by the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about, you know, sitting and trusting in your intuition. But I feel, again, like you may have been doing more meditation or just finding that place of calm and doing things that help regulate your nervous system. Yeah, see, it's because it's a rebirth. You've had to go through that. Thank you for the follow. Happy New Year, Sabrina. Thanks, Sunny. I want to say, like, despite everything that's happened in this past year, you haven't let it knock you down. Like, yes, it's been difficult, and how you've felt is extremely valid, but you haven't had it light out, you know, dim out your spark or anything like that. This is followed by the Star card. The Mother Star card is the one that lets me know that it's been rough as well. So not only that, but this Strength card here right at the start of the deck, start of the spread, sorry. And then you have the Hangman. So this is a whole rebirth, renewal, the way that you do things. You've made choices within yourself to approach things differently. And I want to say to you too, make sure you're reflecting back on how you've handled and managed different types of situations that have popped up for you. But the Hope card is the, you know, is that light that you've held for yourself throughout this year, throughout this experience. "2025 was rough. A lot of sitting with what it is and processing, which you never, yeah, and this is what I mean, this is different for you, and that's that whole rebirth, renewal energy that you've had to experience. And that's what I mean, you've shifted from reacting to situations and observing. So you're in that observation space, which allows you to, yes, absolutely choosing yourself for 2026. Happy New Year to you too, Recruit 82. I love this. This is building new foundations. They want me to mention foundations. You're literally building new foundations for yourself. You have the relationships card, the Ace of Cups here, but this is also that new relationship with yourself as well. there's also this reminding, and it's, I don't know who this, I want to say muse. You have a muse. Spirit guide as a muse. There's new inspiration that sort of catches you off guard sometimes in a good way. Like where you're recognizing those things that you have handled differently. And it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't as bad. I got through that. The Wheel of Fortune. Ori, you're not going there. You're staying here. Come on, lay down. Ori, thank you. Lay down. Lay down. Thank you. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, which I like because it's those breaking of cycles. Same with the World card. You're completing chapters as well. And that's not just because we've entered a new year, a new phase. This is a whole new thing for you. And I like that it's come so organically. The Emperor's here too. And just as I said, organically, he's all about creating perfection and ease over time, and it's that slow time, that slow change. I love that. He's all about it. Doesn't matter how long it takes us to get there, because perfection takes time. Alright, what can you tell me about careers? Sorry, to shift myself here. There's still fireworks going on. Like another wave in another direction. Thank you for the follow and Happy New Year. I feel like you're moving more and more into a calmer space this year. There's this energy of like, if I can get through that, I'm ready. I'm ready for what's to come. So it's not going to, it's almost like nothing can rattle you anymore, and that's a good space to be in. So whenever you do feel that something really challenges you, I want you to try and reflect back on last year with some of the things that you had to go through. Page of Cups energy here too, which is magic and fun and all the good stuff that's coming in. Death card with transformations, you know, letting go of the old and welcoming in the new. What about careers? What do we have around careers? Oh, this is the card that says you're choosing you. Here's the Six of Cups. And this is the reconciliation, making peace with the past. The childhood stuff. I almost want to say you've been forced into that Temperance. And it's not forced in the way where you've had to sit down and be pushed back into it. Into it being, you know, that solitude, finding that place of quiet. It's more about the questions you've asked yourself. How can I approach this differently? How can I do that differently? What can I control here? There's nothing I can control other than how I feel and how I react to a moment. What are you? Got so many cards falling out at once. Emperor. Sorry, Empress. Three of Cups. Ace of Swords. And these are the cards for change. These are the cards for celebrations. These are cards for trusting in yourself. And I feel that trust will build and build and build like it does. I feel... Hang on. Let me just scroll back, make sure I haven't missed any. Happy New Year to you, CC, if you're still in here, love. You feel that I feel like there's not much that will... Yes, absolutely. And that's what I'm picking up on. And then also, you're shifting into this calmer energy. I feel like this year, it just feels calmer, which is good because that's your energy and what you choose to do with it. So your whole perspective on things has just completely shifted for the better, for you, for the betterment of you. Like Six of Cups, you're not wanting to be that victim anymore. Like you mentioned before, you're choosing yourself. With that comes rewards. It comes with learning. It comes in celebrating not only yourself, celebrating the success, but it had to start with this. It had to start with the Ace of Swords. We want to be the change we want to see, right? And sometimes certain life circumstances or situations push us in that direction. Definitely exciting. Best friend said she's never seen you like you used to be so anxious all the time. Oh, I love that. Now I almost don't care about anything. Just go with the flow. And that's the thing, that when you get into that space, it's easy. It's so easy and nothing can rattle you. And it's not the, I don't care, I'm so disconnected from that. It's not that at all. It's completely different space. Yeah, see? You just wrote it in. I knew where you were getting at, because some people go like, oh, what do you mean you don't care? Do you have no desire for life? Do you have no desire for this? Or do you have no, what do you mean? It's not the attachment. It's detaching from that. And that's where we all need to get to. That's it. Right? That's the space. That's why I would say, like, if you can learn the art of detachment, and if you can learn the art of being present all of the time and coming back to that space, this outer world crap that gets shoved in our faces every day doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. And sometimes you have to be Delulu to get you there. That works for some. It doesn't work for others. But it's being stubborn enough to go, no, you know what? Every day I choose me. Every day I choose me. Definitely, right? It's so much easier. And then in those spaces, the trust gets challenged. So heads up for that. It's not a bad thing. It's just because we're, you know, it's a reprogramming. It's still a process. So there will be, you know, and it's not like you have this coming up. It's kind of one of those inevitable things with the change of being in that space, that your trust will get challenged until you fully surrender and go, yeah, no, fuck that. I have enough evidence now to show me that it didn't matter then. It didn't matter that time. It didn't matter another time. And so I know it's not going to matter now. It's been huge, still learning to trust. Yeah. But I know whatever it is for the best. Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? It's one thing saying that, and it's a completely other thing living that experience. So well done, you. Because you know it's good. And you know how good it fucking feels. And it's like a friend said today, it's almost addictive. Like when you get to that space, it's addictive because you want to stay in it all the time, because it really means that nothing is bothersome. Four of Wands is the card of foundations and stability for me. So I love that. And that's what you're creating for yourself. Not only, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, all the things. I want to regroup these cards and I want to look into career for you. This is just a general overview. And you can almost trust that with this newfound awareness for you. Thank you for the gifts. With this newfound awareness for you, there's no going back to that old version of yourself. Because sometimes it just doesn't, it's not there. Sometimes we move through timelines, whether you get there by quantum jumping or doing the manual hard work, it's so hard to get back to that space. And it's not that you want to get there, you realize the potential of doing things a different way. Let me just pop these cards back in the deck, and I want to focus on, do you have, Jaimee, around careers, do you have anything in particular that you want to shift your focus to or ask about in regards to careers? Oh, never ever put your date of birth on anyone's live. I don't care who they are, but you're best to message them, and I don't need a date to work with anybody. I don't do astrology. I don't do life paths. You don't ever want to go back. Yeah. But that's what it becomes, right? It becomes like a choice that you're like, oh no, that's okay. I know what that feels like. I don't want that anymore. Or somebody could say, oh, you know, you might have moments of that. But this is where you get to make the choice and go, no, I don't like that vibration. I'm not accepting that as my truth. Nothing is wrong with a date of birth, but sharing your date of birth on a public app where scammers like to sit and hide is not beneficial for genuine people that want, you know, that are seeking whatever. There's just too many scammers on this app that will feed off that and will privately inbox you because of some information you've provided on somebody's life. That's where my concern is. My concern is your safety in regards to scammers. No worries at all, Tintin. Okay, you're going to finish your nursing and you're still unsure what I want to do and where I want to go with. Okay. What's interesting, Jaimee, is like when I was reading that, midwifery came up, but NICU specifically. The NICU unit. I don't know if you've had interest there. And it doesn't matter because you don't necessarily have to choose something. I know the reason behind wanting to choose something so that while you're in that momentum of studying, you can get it all knocked out in one go. Because sometimes, I don't know, if you're like me with study sometimes, I'm like, I just want to buckle down now and get it all done. Ori, quiet. Who's in the bathroom? Who? Shorty, can you let Ori out? No, can you let Ori's here? Can you let him outside? Are you okay? Okay. I'm just tired. So we had another medium say the same thing about midwifery in the future. Yeah, I was getting midwifery, but I see very clearly NICU in capital letters, and I see you. So, I don't know the hows of how you'll end up there. So especially if it's not a. Thanks, Bubba. I don't see you as I see you specifically being in that unit. So whether it's, you know, post-labor and you're not actually part of like the labor and delivery team, the after intensive care, I don't know how that works. But I'm getting lots of images of preemie babies. Validation card, please. Yeah. I like it. That's so fucking funny. I like how they give the Ace of Wands, which is literally the careers card. That's not my personal validation card, but I like how they're validating it in that way. And it comes with the Empress. And what's that one flipped over? That's so funny. It comes with the Empress. And that's the thing. I like doing the career stuff. However, again, I don't want to box anybody into a corner and say, this is what's coming up and this is what you should be doing. It's not what you should be doing, but that's where, just from reading that, I saw midwifery. There wasn't a major pull to the word midwifery, but then they highlighted NICU, and then I'm seeing all these preemie babies as well. So that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be, for whatever reason, if you're meant to be in that space, it'll unfold as it needs to. At the moment, I feel like I'm stalling on it, so I don't know if there's a moment of like, oh, the NICU, I don't know how I'll be as a, you know, on a medical team with that in front of me. I don't know how I would react, behave, be strong enough. Can I deal with it? I don't know if all those things, as I'm saying that, is like kind of processing, going, oh, okay, I don't know how I'd handle that. Because it takes a very special person to do that, for starters. It takes very special people to do nursing. But I always find that you're always placed where you're needed too, right? And this is a paid reading. This one's a paid general, which is 50 Australian. And it can be booked on my website. Oh my god, it doesn't want to come out. We're forcing it now. It's interesting, Jaimee. Yeah, I can't backtrack on that because they showed it very clearly. I just like for you guys just to hold up that clarifier. Happy New Year to you in New Zealand. Happy New Year from Brisbane. Alright, what else can you tell me about careers? You have the Two of Cups, which is like the peace card out of the Oracle deck. Reminding you that, again, whatever worries you may have around to direction, not to have them. There's no need to worry. Will come, or something will happen. Won't be drawn to it. You need to start trusting your intuition more. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Yeah, because I don't see you... And the part that I don't see is you actively doing the midwifery. It doesn't mean you're not going to do that. And I just see kind of where you're heading. So I don't know the circumstances around how that happens, how that unfolds. And I'm trying to see if you, like, do your studies and then go, well, I've got to do my extra years in that, so I'm just going to do it. Or whether you're going to take time out and, you know, move between the different departments. Is intuition meant to feel scary? No. I mean, well, perspective is everything. Everybody reacts differently. I get some sick... I was going to say, I get some sick kink over... I don't get a kink, but it excites me every time I experience something new. And it doesn't matter how scary, because I'm just like, oh, let's just see how that unfolds. So everybody is different, each to their own. No worries, Jay. Jay, I'm just going to let you hold your question for a minute, because I'm still in a paid reading, love. You get a weird feeling in your chest thinking about doing that. Thinking about doing... No, you're okay. Doing... like working in the NICU, or doing midwifery in general? And I know you're still going to do your pracs and have to do your pracs and everything as part of your assessments. But the thing I don't see you in is the labour delivery room. I don't see you in that. But I do see you in the NICU unit. So I don't know if there's people that specifically just work in that unit, but would have had to still go through their midwifery and all of the things because it, you know, obvious requirement. It's interesting. So the work in NICU bit, yeah, and that's the thing. Don't overthink it. Just come to me when it happens in a few years' time and let me know. Just said, hey, years ago you mentioned this, and I'll go, oh, I don't remember that reading. And you can validate. Because that's what I mean. Like in that moment when I told you, straight away all these things started coming through. So that would be your that hesitation. Like the right now, how I feel, and this is your version of, you know, how you feel in this moment. It might be overwhelming to think that you could do that. It might be overwhelming to even place yourself in an imaginary situation where you are there and go, how would I handle that? How would I be able to deal with all of the emotions rolled into one? How would I be able to deal with the pressures, the emergencies, the loss? Because let's be real here, there's loss there in that as well. You know, how... So all of those things subconsciously maybe already happening, that thought process, and going, holy shit, I don't see myself there because of these reasons of how I feel right now. But we're forever changing, we're forever growing, we're forever expanding, and we don't know how we're going to truly sit in a situation until we're actually put in that situation. You may be somebody who handles nursing emergencies with complete calm, because that's what I used to do. And sometimes I'm observing the calm and going, oh, this is strange, but this is also freaking cool. But there was so much calm and clarity there that it was like, ah, okay, cool. However, even for me, if someone said to me I would be working in NICU, I'd be like, yeah, fuck no. After having children, no, that wouldn't be an environment I would like to work into. That wouldn't be an environment I would choose. But also knowing like where you are now and how you're more in flow and starting to become open to potential experiences and things that are for you, who knows? Maybe you'll be there. But the weird thing to me is, like, I don't see you doing the study or the process of the midwifery itself. And I know that would be a requirement. Having done nursing myself, I know that would be a requirement for you to be, you know, as a prerequisite to do that. And then obviously do your pracs and all the things to get you into that space. But I don't know if it's an experience that leads you there, that lights some sort of fire within you that goes, wow, this is where I need to be. Even though that experience was hard, because I feel that you may experience a premi loss, whether it be through a friend or an outside life experience or just something. I feel like you go, no, I want to make a difference. This is my place. I want to make a difference in this space. Want to be a nurse. Maybe it could be tied into that. Could be. I guess if you told my past self what would happen in the past 2 years, you would feel exact same. Yeah. And sometimes we only need to know what we need to know in moments as well. Sometimes the reason I don't see all of the picture is because you're not meant to know. Because right now, present, you may not be able to handle that. So, and for me on this side of, you know, the camera, it's like, well, it is what it is. I can only give what I'm receiving. But it's very fascinating. Are you, wait up. Are you doing some emergency? No. Not emergency. Are you first response, first responders? Are you doing stuff like that? Have you interest in stuff like that? Because that's where it comes from. It's like first responders experience. I don't feel like this is in the hospital. I feel like this is more to do with like ambulance and things like that. What is the nurse? Ori, quiet. EMT. Thank you, Mama Bear. I was like, EMC? EM what? Interesting. Anyway, I would really like to know. I'd really like how this unfolds for you. Like the cold blues in the hospital. Oh, yeah. And run the codes, make sure everything's okay. Quite possibly. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever there is, there's an ambulance involved. But I actually see you being in the ambulance supplying CPR. And it's a kind of tricky situation because sometimes they don't carry all the equipment for a primary situation. So, yeah, I don't want to say you experience loss, but I also, personally, I wouldn't be surprised if you experience loss in this moment. And yes, while it'll be hard and something different to see and experience, I don't know if that lights that fire in your belly to want to be involved more and do more. And, oh, shit, they're showing me a whole heap of shit. Oh, I get goosebumps in the good way. They're showing me that you actually create a wall of families that you've helped. Oh, my gosh, I got goosebumps. And this is your own personal wall. This is not a wall that, I mean, it could be displayed within the unit that you're working. But this is more about families giving you cards, showing you progress reports, showing, you know, how far their little one has come. Like, this is, yeah, this is huge. You're doing first aid at events at the moment. I've gotcha. It could, I mean, it could pop up there. I don't know. So, it's exciting. Scary right now for you, most likely, hearing all that. But in the moment, you will know. It'll just fit right in and you'll feel, I want to say adrenaline, yet there's peace there. But this determination that goes, no, everybody deserves a fighting chance. And if I do anything, it's, you know, I'm going to do everything that I can. I love this for you, Jaimee. Holy heck. Anything else we need to know about this? Yes, it's going to come with their challenges. Yes, you're being reminded about the importance of balance, especially when it comes to debriefing after, you know, loss and things like that. But not only that, finding that balance in your personal life as well. Ori, quit it. But yeah. Happy New Year to you, Marie. What did you do tonight? Did you just wake up? This is the Wheel of Fortune. This shows your destiny. So there'd be a past life connection for sure in regards to that. And the memories or the responses and how you react and respond to a situation as well. I feel like you will find it's second nature rather than trying to remember steps that you've learnt with your studies. 3 of Wands there too. The future looks exciting. I love that. New beginnings for sure. Oh, you're having dinner? I went to fireworks tonight, 10:30. Oh, okay, still early for you guys. Yeah, of course it is. I forgot where you were. And then I clicked. That's your reading, Jaimee. Thank you so much. That was fun to connect into. Did you end up screen recording that, or do I have permission to pop it onto YouTube? You're so very welcome. Yes, please. You'll have to give me a recap for sure. Or maybe it's one of those lucky ones that, you know, sit there and I remember. I can't control what readings I remember and what don't. Oh, great. Thank you for that, Jaimee. Yeah, I will post it because I wanted as, Spirit told me to start posting more than just my mediumship there because it's showcasing what I do. So let me just make a note of that. Thank you. Yeah, we've been hanging out and